With the new bamboo blocks in Minecraft 1.20, here's how to make an automated bamboo farm that looks great. Okay, so to start off here, let's get all these items in your inventory. To start off, you can opt out of using bricks. I'm personally using them. However, I know they're hard to craft. They're not something that's easy to get. So instead, using a stone brick alternative is also a great idea. So you just build this basic design here, starting off with whatever the block that you choose. As a matter of fact, it's 20. And this is, of course, for survival, or you can, of course, do this in creative. I'm just showing it in creative for the sake of not having to gather the resources. So, before we lay down all the rails, let's go ahead and get the hopper and chest set up so that way then we can lay all the rails down as part of it goes on top of the hopper. And what you want to do is just lay a straight line down of one track and then have it connect to the other side. Of course. And then just add the Minecraft art with the hopper. And I'll show you the next bit in a second. So go ahead and get all these resources next, except for the fact that using stone bricks, roughly have 1 or 2 stacks of them. Just because I don't know the exact amount. Everything else I do know, however. So, and what's nice about mud is it's not technically an entire block tall. So that way then, when the pistons chop down the bamboo, it actually will just go down through the mud block into the hopper. So use glass on the side, just so that way then monitor how the device is working. If by any chance a mistake happens or occurs, for example, say the minecart hopper stops working for some whatever reason, you can see it, so that way then you can quickly adjust and see where the problem is. And simply, there might be a problem in my design, like for example, like I accidentally missed a step, and I can go back, I can quickly see easily what's wrong. And then also, sometimes there might also be like a slight like tick delay that's causing it to not work. Just for example, cutting down one bamboo will cause the observer to then react and work, as I'm pretty sure we might have an issue with that. For example, like if it's already pretty tall like it is, it's not going to detect it as a change to do something. However, like so it won't work. However, something else, like just simply chopping it down, will cause it to work and start working in the way it's supposed to. For example, unless if a bamboo grows automatically as soon as I remove the brick, so that way then the observers can see it, the pistons aren't going to start working. So just be aware of that in case of the bamboo's already grown up to the stage where it's already 3 blocks tall. Just have either A, cut it down beforehand, or B, instead just rather wait for another one to grow. Just don't be worried about that, as it can cause a redstone signal issue because of the fact that observers check a change, but if there's already a block there, it's detected that the block should be bare. However, if a block is broken, then it'll activate the pistons. So now then you just connect up the redstone dust. And that's all connected up now. And also, you should have some lanterns just to light it up. Only need 2 in this general area. And as you can see here, it already worked. However, this left side, since there has been no change, as you see here, that was 6 bamboo, which is a start. Of course, you're going to see the larger profit amounts later. So it is redstone connected correctly, so yeah, just break that, and then it all works just fine. But yeah, you only need 16 bamboo to start, or you can even enlarge in this design, just taking it the same way. And as a matter of fact, it can also work with a sugarcane farm if you have water instead underneath on the sides, and instead of using a redstone torch, you use a redstone block beneath the powered rails. So yeah, all we're gonna now do is encase it and add like a 2-block gap at the top or 1-block gap above the observer. So to add 2 lanterns, 1 on each side, so that then this can work non-stop. For example, if you are working during the night, instead of just using like a sunroof, instead using these lanterns, since bamboo technically needs a light level of 9 or higher to then grow, just doing that will alleviate any issues you could come across. And we're just building a shell here. Of course, we're going to make this look nice, as you can see in the intro. So stay tuned for that. And I'm just going to quickly cut to when we begin that final build stage. Of course, you just encase the rest of it. It's really simple. Just make sure none of the redstone stuff is visible. So that way then it can't be damaged or accidentally broken. Okay, so we're just going to carve up out a small area, use a shovel just to save some time, and let's add some spruce planks, Of course, you can build like a nicer border around this rather than just having the dirt. But just to create a grand entrance, for example, this could stick out of the ground and you could have stone going up with it. I didn't want to add blocks down just to limit the ideas of creativity that you could use here. So what you're going to do is add that spruce wood and then add the spruce logs going across, as this is going to connect with the walls coming out, jutting out, basically in this pattern using a spruce log, then using a stone brick in the middle. So in this small little area, I'm opting to plant some blue orchids and torch flowers, the new flower that you can be found with the sniffer, just to liven up the area. However, you can use any flowers or foliage of sorts just to liven it up in front of a very solid and not vibrant brown and gray, just to make it pop out and feel a little bit more lively. Of course, the advantage of using the brick is to give that red mix in between from the gray and the brown of the spruce and the stone brick. However, you can use stone brick, still works just as effectively, not quite as good. However, it saves a lot of time. It's not really worth it to go through using brick. However, just wanted to use it to give like almost a factory vibe to it while having almost a medieval or log cabin design. So what you're going to do here, because we're not going to really cover up the roof, instead, as you can see here, the pistons are working, but just add these brick stairs or stone brick stairs, whatever you have around, and we put these beams here across around the glass just to add some more depth to the structure, which is the same exact what we're trying to go for with here on the edges where the wall juts out. And then what we're going to do is add some spruce stairs to go around here. We might even switch out the brick or stone brick stairs for spruce, just to add a little bit more color variation. So what you're going to do is then use 3 stone brick stairs, all and then use a spruce pillar. And then I'm going to check back in a second. When we go to the back of the structure, I'll show you how to design that. Okay, so then you come out an angle similar to what we did before, except jutting back in to then create more curving in depth. And we do the exact same thing over here, creating the pillar. And then what we're going to do is just, again, fill it in with stone brick walls. However, in these in between angled section, we're going to add regular stone brick just to keep the consistency while still having depth, because that's really what the most important part is of the build is variation in between colors and depth. You don't want to have it all stone brick or all spruce wood. You want to maybe add the combination together to create different colors, and then you also don't want it to be all flat, just using solid stone brick across the entire structure. However, as a matter of fact, we're probably going to change out from the stone brick walls. Instead, in the center, actually, we're going to use the regular stone brick instead of the walls, just to create even more variation, as the stone brick, it's a little bit monotonous. However, on the back, we're just going to keep it at this consistent flat area. So yeah, this is what basically all that's really left. Okay, so now for the roofing of the structure. Now, let's go ahead and actually remove the stone brick stairs, or, of course, sorry for not having the exact quantities of these materials at the end. It's just kind of good to just have a bunch of everything that you're going to be using, or potentially using. Or, for example, if you opt to do a larger or smaller version of this, you, of course, are going to have to change to the variations. So let's also, instead of having the stone brick, or if you opt for that, or brick like what I opted for, instead of covering that part up to create a more cornered off roof. And to be honest, I really don't know what to do with the roof, because it's not really great, to be honest. Not at all. However, can you just get off, you spider? Okay. Well, he's off. At least on the bright side. But yeah. Overall, this is just the general idea of the structure. Of course, and also, the best way to do this is just be creative. Try to think of things outside of the box to create an ideal combinations of what you want. Try to think of different color palettes to have variation, and also using different blocks to add more depth. For example, maybe trying to use fences with this design around the bottom to create a little bit more depth might be very beneficial. I didn't try that, however, you could. And let's go ahead and see our bamboo profits and walk up. So yeah, when you're walking up, it looks like a very grand structure, and that is a lot of bamboo. So this design is very effective. And of course, if you enlarge in it, even more effective. Of course, costs more resources, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. So thank you all for watching. And if you want to see more build tutorials, hit that like and subscribe. And thank you. Bye.